Well, Southern Exposure in Orlando reveals the power of produce. Chip Carter checks in on the results of this annual consumer survey.
I'm in Orlando, Florida at the Southeast Produce Council Southern Exposure Show. We are just leaving the annual session where we heard the results of the Power of Produce survey for 2019. That's prepared by Food Marketing Institute. This is Rick Stein. He's the Vice President of FMI. What is the Power of Produce?
We're real proud of the Power of Produce because we go out and we ask consumers questions, but you know what consumers tell you they do versus what they really do can be different. So then we collect the data from IRI and Nielsen, and that really tells a great story. But I think what the real interesting story is the collaboration between FMI and SEPC. There are buyers from across the country here. A lot of the FMI members attend this show. It is one of the more popular, produce shows in the country, and it's really
2,000 growers and vendors and 500 buyers from
Absolutely.
Retail, grocery stores, restaurants. People who buy produce by the ton are at this show.
Exactly. So what better audience for us to tell them insights from the consumer's point of view.
And now this research every year is being done by 210 Analytics. This is Anne-Marie Roerink. Anne-Marie, how does this process come together? How do you pull all this information together? And what are some of the things that are going to be hot in 2019?
All right, so a lot of huge trends. So as you know, produce is a massive, mature category, and it's not always easy to grow something that is that big. So when we look at growth, we can get more people buying. Well, fresh produce, has a household penetration of 99.5%. So trying to find more people to buy fresh produce, that's not a win for us. But we have to figure out how can we get people to buy beyond those basic SKUs, right? And so really supermarkets have to step up their games and work with the suppliers and work all together to figure out how can they, if they eat an apple, what is something else that they might like? Or if they are knowing how to cook broccoli, what is another item that they might know how to cook? Then in terms of getting them to buy more and spend more, things like organic continue to be incredibly hot, value added, local, grown in season. Those are all attributes that shoppers are looking for more. And then we continue to see a lot of competition from things like dollar stores and online and farmers markets. So I think we're going to see a lot more experience in the stores and produce departments really ramping it up, because in addition to being an enormous impact financially, they truly are the calling card for a store. And getting produce right is what it's all about.
At the end of the day, it's all about giving the customer what they want. This is how they find out what the customer wants. In Orlando, Florida, I'm Chip Carter from SoutheastProduceWeekly.com, reporting for RFD-TV.
Well, thank you once again, Chip. And of course, Chip will have more from the Southern Exposure Conference throughout the week, plus an update on a robotic strawberry harvester at work in Florida fields.